Abhyag Bab Dada, Madhuban Murli, 2023 July 9. Revised Murli, 1995 February 26. The confluence age is the age of festivity. To celebrate with festivity means to maintain imperishable zeal and enthusiasm. Today, Trimurti Father Shiva, Tridev Rachta, the creator of the three deities, has come to celebrate the diamond jubilee and the diamond birthday with his spiritual diamonds. This unique birthday is called the diamond birthday because the Father incarnate in order to make the souls who are like sails become worth diamonds. This is the only wonderful birthday throughout this cycle, and it is the most unique and most lovely in the whole world. Whenever people celebrate a birthday, it is of souls, of bodily beings. But this birthday of Shiva is not a bodily being. It is the birthday of the incorporeal point. When you say Shiva Jayanti, the form of a point of light comes in front of you. Throughout the whole cycle, you never celebrate the birthday of the bodiless Supreme Soul. This is the unique birthday of Trimurti Father Shiva, the bodiless being, and this is the one Shiva Jayanti where it is the birthday of the children and the Father at the same time. Today, have you come to celebrate the birthday of just the Father? Or have you come to celebrate the birthday of the Brahmin souls as well? You tell everyone that Shiva Jayanti means the Trimurti Jayanti and the Brahma Jayanti. So to have a birthday of so many souls together with the Father is quite unique. In the physical world, the birthday of a child and his father would not be the same. The date may be the same, but there would be a difference in the year. So you have come here from so far away in order to celebrate such a lovely and unique birthday. Why have you come from all corners of the world? Have you come to celebrate your one birthdays or the birthday of the Father or both? So would you give congratulations to the Father or would the Father congratulations to you? You give congratulations to the Father and the Father says to you multi-million time congratulations. Each Brahmin soul is even more valuable than a diamond. Those physical diamonds are nothing compared with you because there is value for diamond in the world. You are said to be as valuable as diamond. But what are diamonds compared to how valuable you are? Nothing at all. Those diamonds will be embedded in the wall of your palace. Each Brahmin soul is more valuable than diamonds. Bab Dada is seeing everywhere in front of him children who are even more valuable than diamonds. Is not it? Not just the Madhuban gathering in front of Bab Dada, but the gathering of the Brahmin souls everywhere in the world. Call them songs or words of greeting filled with love from the heart. The Father is listening to them very closely. The sound of the heart reaches the comforter of heart in advance. So Bab Dada saw that the practical proof of the children's service everywhere is reaching the sweet home of the Father in Madhuban. Shiva Jayanti is known as a festival and only you Brahmins celebrate this festival accurately, because festival means that everyone has zeal and enthusiasm. Therefore, how much zeal and enthusiasm do all of you sitting here have? Is it imperishable or only for today? It is imperishable, is it not? This is why Bab Dada calls this elevated confluence as the age of festivity. For you, each day is filled with enthusiasm, each day is festivals. There is the praise, and you also have this topic, unity in diversity. Therefore, in a practical way, there are all the different lands, all the different languages, all the different form and colors, but even in that diversity, there is unity in each one's heart, because the Father is one. Whether you have come from America or Africa, you have the one Father in your hearts. You are those who follow the Srimad of the one. So Bab Dada like fact that while all of you have different language, the song or language of your mind is the same. Whatever language you speak, you all have a black crown, headphones on each one's head. This black crown will now change and become golden. The language of everyone's mind is the same, and it is just the one expression, my Baba. Those of all languages say, Mera Baba, my Baba. This is only one word. So there is unity in diversity. So to maintain your enthusiasm means to be an elevated soul who constantly celebrate with festivity. Let your enthusiasm never decrease. You were told earlier too that the breath of Brahmin life is zeal and enthusiasm. If you stop breathing, your life would finish in a second. Would it not? So in Brahmin life too, if there is not the breath of zeal and enthusiasm, then there is no Brahmin life. Those who have constant zeal and enthusiasm would say with spiritual intoxication that Brahmins means zeal and enthusiasm. When there is zeal and enthusiasm decrease, their words change. They would say, it is true, it should be like this, it will happen. So there is so much difference between this language and that language. In the other language of words, there will definitely be the words it should be. But so you use this word, it should be. It should be. When the pressure of your zeal and enthusiasm decreases, words of weakness emerge. Therefore, let your zeal and enthusiasm never decrease. Why does your zeal and enthusiasm decreases? Bab Dada says, always say, wah, wah. Whereas you say, why? If the word why come up in any situation, the pressure of zeal and enthusiasm decreases. Last year too, Bab Dada especially told the double foreigners to change the word why. In the Brahmin dictionary, when the word why come up, remember the word fly and the word why will then finish. When any trivial situation seems to be very big, the word why come up. Why is this like this? Why is that like that? However, when you begin to fly, what happens to this situation? It becomes a small toy. So whenever the word why comes up in your mind, say to yourself, this word why does not exist in the Brahmin dictionary. Instead, it is the word fly. Why? Makes you high, cry out in distress. Bap Dada is amused because on the one hand you say, no one's fortune is as elevated as mine. 1 minute you say this, and then as soon as your enthusiasm decreases, you say, I don't know. My fortune is like this. I only have this much in my fortune. Therefore, this is crying out, is it not? So, when any scene up high come in front of you, say, wow, wow. Instead, and this scene will change and you will also change. You double foreigners nowadays give a course on positive thinking. Do you not? Do all of you in the foreign lands especially give this course? Do you give it to yourself or only to others at any time? When such situation arise, make yourself a student. Be your one teacher and give this course to yourself. Are you able to give this course to yourself, or are you only able to give it to others? It is easy to give it to others when it becomes your natural state to see, to listen to, and to think of any person or any matter with a positive attitude. What would your stage be like? Nowadays, they have such facilities of seeing that they are able to give raw things a very beautiful appearance. You must have seen how they change one thing into something completely different. So, can your attitude not bring about such transformation? Something may come up in a negative form, but with a positive attitude, you can change it. When you start to fluctuate, the reason is because you have been listening to thinking of speaking about or doing something negative. You have created a model of do not think, speak, listen to, or do anything negative. Can the power of silence not change something negative into positive? Let your mind and intellect become such that they do not touch anything negative. Let there be transformation in a second. Can you experience transformation at such a fast speed? Your mind and intellect should become such fast weapon. Can they become this, or will it take time? Or when some time negative comes up, will you say, let me think about it a little, let me see what it is? When transformation takes place at a quick speed, it is known as the pleasure and enjoyment of Brahmin life. If you want to live with enjoyment. To live a life with a lot of thinking is not living. You tell other people what Raj Yoga is, that it is the art of living. All of you are those with a Raj Yogi life, are you not? Or are you those who simply tell others about it? Since Raj Yoga is the art of living, what is the art of Raj Yoga? This isn't not. Therefore, to celebrate a festival means to stay in pleasure. The mind is in pleasure. The body is in pleasure. The relationship and connections are one of pleasure. Many children say, I'm okay by myself, I'm enjoying myself, but it is only sometimes that there is enjoyment is relationship and connections. However, the relationship and connection are test paper of test paper your stage. So, if a student says, I have passed with honor, but at the time of taking a test paper, he gets fewer marks, what would you say for such a student? You are not like that, are you? You have passed fully, have you not? Bap Dada has told you that those who remain constantly close, pass to the Father have passed. If you do not stay close, you have not passed. So, where do you constantly stay? You stay far away. You do not stay close. Double foreigners should be double pass, double close. Acha, you double foreigners have taken a high jump this time. You have taken a high jump and come to Madhuban. This year more double foreigners have come to Madhuban than even before. Acha, even some of the double foreigners have had a good chance of becoming the patrons, queens of the floor. This time, is their pleasure is becoming a patron or not? Is there? You have such big suitcase that you can actually sleep on them. You bring one big suitcase and one small one, and so this small one can become your pillow and you can save space. It seems good. Bap Dada sees the scene of how you drag such big suitcase. It is a good scene, isn't it? At the confluence as this effort is only for a short time, and then matter will be your servant, and you will have many servants too. You will not then have to carry your luggage. Your kingdom is now big established at present. You are in an incognito form. You are server and you will then be ruler, server, have to do all type of service. The more service you do now with your body, mind, wealth and through relationship, the more server you will have. First of all the 5 elements of matter will become your server. You have the fortune of your kingdom in your awareness. Do you not? How many times have you had a right to a kingdom? You have become this countless time and you will continue to become this. However, the life of being a server now is even more elevated than the life of a ruler, because at the present time, the father and the children are together. No matter what type of service it is, you receive the practical instant fruit of the service you do now. The practical visible fruit is the Father's love, cooperation and the treasure you receive from the Father. Whenever you do any special service while Yukti Yukt, you have so much happiness. What is your face like when a photo is taken of you at that moment? On the one hand, you do service, and on the other hand, the practical visible fruit is ready for you. You do service with one hand and eat the fruit with the other. Do you experience this? Or does service take a lot of effort? Is there fluctuation when you are doing service or not? There is fluctuation sometimes. This fluctuation makes you mature, makes you experience. You fluctuate because you can only see the present time. The future that is hidden at present is not clearly visible, and you therefore start to fluctuate. In fact, any major delicate situation comes to teach you a very important lesson for the future. It is not just a situation, but it is your teacher. See it with the vision of a lesson that situation is teaching you. This is known as changing the negative into positive. When you simply look at the situation, you become afraid. Situation will always come in new form of Maya. She will not come in the same form that she has already come in before. She will not come in the same form. Something new I cannot do this. It should not be happen like this. Understand that Maya will come until the end as one who adopts many different forms. Maya knows how to become very easily and quickly one who adopts many different forms. Whatever your stage is, she will create a situation according to that and come to you. If, for instance, you have become a little careless in your life today, Maya would also come into the situation in that careless form. If your mood is a little up today, if it is not like it should be, then Maya would come into this situation with an. What happened? This is why, in order to see and know Maya, become Trikaldarshi and Trinetri. Become Trinetri in being able to see what is in front of you, what is behind you, and what is beside you. All of you are Trikaldarshi and Trinetri. Are you not? Are you double foreigners Trikaldarshi? Yes or no? Yes. What do those of the other language say? Are you saying हाँ जी? True. So is everyone saying हाँ जी or ना जी? हाँ जी. You say this much better than in your one language. Are all of you happy? हाँ जी. Now you have learned how to say हाँ जी. Are you enjoying yourself in such a big gathering? हाँ जी. Some of you are not. Some of you are not thinking that perhaps next year you will not come when there is such a crowd. That you will come a little later. Are you? The enjoyment of the gathering is also lovely. Come according to the program. Too many students should not come, but let your habit be such that you are able to adjust to everything. The power to adjust constantly makes you happy. You saw Father Brahma with the children. He would become a child and adjust himself. He would become an adult with the adults and adjust himself. Whether it is a beggary life or a life with all the comforts, you have to be able to adjust yourself to both. And in happiness, not after thinking about it, you do not become unhappy here. But instead of experiencing happiness, you begin to think about it a little. What happened? How did it happen? Those who think too much take time to experience the pleasure of adjusting themselves. Each of you should check yourself. No matter what the circumstances are, whether they are good or those they make you fluctuate, are you able to adjust yourself at every moment to every circumstance? Double foreigners like being alone and they also like companion very much. However, whether you are in someone's company or alone, Brahmin like is being able to adjust yourself to both. It should not be that within a gathering your heart becomes heavy and you say, no, I prefer to be in solitude. I do not like this chow. I need to be alone. The mind can be alone. That is from being extroverted. You can just become introverted. For this is solitude. Some say that they want a room to themselves, that they cannot share with anyone. If you do receive a room for yourself, sleep in pleasure, and even if you have to sleep in the same room as 10 others, sleep in pleasure. Are you foreigners able to sleep with 10 others in the same room? Is it difficult? Are you able to sleep? हाँ जी. अच्छा, next year 20 will be put together in one room. Time is changing and it will continue to change. The situation of the world are becoming more and more delicate and they will become even more delicate. This has to happen. At present, sometime happens at one place at one time, but at the end it will happen everywhere at the same time. The delicate time has to come. Time may be delicate, but your nature must not be delicate. Many people's natures are very delicate. When something happens, even a little, when there is even a little sound, they become disturbed. This is called a delicate stage, a delicate nature. So you should not have a delicate nature. You should be able to adjust yourself according to the time. Practicing this now will be very useful to you at the end, because the situation will not constantly be the same and your final paper will take place during a very delicate time. It will not take place during a very comfortable, peaceful time. It will take place during a delicate time. To the extent that you have the power to adjust yourself now, to that extent you will be able to pass with honor. The paper will not take a long time. It will last for a very short time. But you will have to take the paper in delicate circumstances, which will be in all four directions. Therefore, make yourself powerful in your nature too. What can I do? My nature is like this. I have this habit. It should not be like this. This is known as a delicate nature. Bap Dada gave all type of experience at the beginning of establishment. When it was the beginning, he gave the experience of even more substance and facility than princess and prince would receive. Then later he even gave the experience of a beggary life. So those who had both experience developed this habit. Such a time has not come in front of you, but it will come. Wherever you may be living, all supports have to be broken. So what do you need at such a time? The support of the one Father. All of you are very, very, very lucky that the time you come is when you have all facility easily available. Along with the easy facility, you also have a Brahmin bar. Along with the facility, let there be spiritual endeavor. While seeing the facilities, do not forget your spiritual endeavor, because only spiritual endeavor will be useful at the end. Do you understand? To the special, invaluable jewels in all four directions, to the elevated souls who celebrate each day with festivity, to the souls who have a right to blessing by maintaining a balance between their own stage and service, to the unshakable, immovable Mahavir souls who easily overcome all obstacles. Bap Dada's love, remembrance and namaste. Blessing. May you become free from all jamelas and experience the reward of completion and perfection. At the confluences, the ocean is not separate from you Ganges, and you Ganges are not separate from the ocean. This is the time for the mela of the river and the ocean to merge with one another. Those who stay in the mela become free from all jamelas. However, only those who become equal are able to experience this mela. To become equal means to become merged. Those who are constantly merged in love experience the reward of perfection and completion. Such souls do not have any desire for some temporary reward. Slogan: Constantly stay in the elevated company of the One Father, and you will become the holiest and the highest. Thanks, God. Om Shanti.